Hi, I just learned something new about the program I'm using. It's a brand new program. I haven't used it before. But the scheduled option does not actually make you go live on schedule. My bad. So I apologize for that. So I will begin to explain again what I actually started to explain before I understood the mistake I made. "30 short stories in 30 days" means 1,000 words or more, but less than 20,000 words every single day, and a completed story from beginning to end. Now, I have a little bit of this story I'm writing for today. Kind of have it finished in my head, but I have to get it on paper. So I'm looking forward to completing that. I will only be on while I'm completing and writing. Excuse me. That in mind, I am doing a 20-minute writing session. Timer is on my phone. And since I had started it while I thought I was live and before I actually was, I apologize for that. Is that camera a little bit better? Oh, forgive me. I promised to get all that stuff sorted out in time. New program, learning new things. I've got one more program I want to test out. You can see the StreamYard logo over there. That's my temp. That's currently what I'm working with. Okay, so going forward for the rest of today, I'm going to do two 20-minute writing sessions with a 5-minute break in between each session. Then I'm going to do a 10-minute break after the second one and come in and do a 30-minute stretch if I haven't actually finished the story. And yes, I do believe there's a possibility I will finish the story in under an hour. The story isn't long. That's the point of having short stories, but it should be fun. And the great thing is I think it's already fostering the short story for tomorrow. So I will get those together, and they'll probably, if that does what I think my brain is starting to do with it, then I may be able to send those off to the editor together and get an anthology put together. It should be fun. Okay, so I am going to try this again. I'm setting my first 20-minute timer. So I'm going to get back into the story. If you're watching, feel free to say hi in the comments or tell me about what you're writing or where you're from. When I go to break for any reason, if I have to walk away, I've got a screen that I will share with you that will be temporary. I will likely be muting the microphone at that point, possibly even my camera. We'll have to see how things go at that point. So let's get there. First 20-minute stretch begins now. Hi, Mike. How are you? And yeah, it's been a while. I've had such a hard time trying to get decent audio. Okay, I'm at 16 minutes and change. You writing along with me? How's it coming? If you are. Sounds good. Okay, we are under 10 minutes. Excuse me for a moment. My cats are being cats. It's funny how they interrupt me. Six minutes. All right, there's actually a pretty good chance I'll finish this story on this 20-minute round. So this might be a particularly short write-in, but that's okay. There's 30 more coming. Well, 29 more. Okay, we're down to the last 40 seconds. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, beep. So that's the end of our first break, or our first writing period. I am really only going to stay here until the end of the story. And I'm actually this close. This story is currently at 937 words. And it's fun, and it's short, and it's silly. And like I said, I can go ahead and probably create a partner story for this. Possibly 2 partner stories for this, which should make it entertaining. if I decided to put it in an anthology of sorts. And yes, I will probably be thinking about a lot while I'm doing this. I think that this stretch went pretty good. Were you writing, Sue Mike? Ah, okay. Well, like I said, I got 937 words, so that puts me on a really good pace. I think I probably have another 600 words in the story, maybe 8. Um, and then I will be calling it a day. And I will be live streaming again tomorrow. And probably every day until 30 days for the 30 days for the challenge. I find that being live helps keep me on my toes and productive, which is a wonderful thing. Thanks. I'm kind of excited. Have fun. I'll see you later, Mike. Glad you stopped by. It's so nice to see you. Okay. We're going to go ahead and jump into the next 20 minutes. I really do think that I'm just about done. If you are writing with me or you are watching, please say hi. If you are writing with me, tell me how you're doing. We're going to jump into the next 20 minutes. I'm going to start the timer and get going. And I do believe I'll finish up on this stretch. Hey, Jason, how are you? Thank you for visiting. I know it's early for you, like really early. I appreciate that you said hi. And my cast has begun the races. I apologize. There was a little furry blur. weeks, I have crossed my minimum threshold, which is 1,000 words per short story. Like I said, I probably have another 300, 400 words at least. Maybe 6. I don't think more than 6 at this point. Okay, we've got under 10 minutes left, under 9 minutes left actually, and I think I'm about done. That left me with 1,343 words, and it needs to be, of course, gone over by an editor, but I've told my story. One story a day for 30 days. Really, this can be done. I'm just cross on. I'm going to go ahead and add delay. Still have 8 minutes left. I get 1,375 words. And I did that in about 20 minutes and 26 minutes total. It's just a short story. It's really nothing fancy. Thanks. Which just goes to show, writing 30 short stories in 30 days is not an impossible accomplishment. Let's see. And story is now saved. And tomorrow we start on a new one. I want to thank you for joining me. I will, continue to chat for the next few minutes. We still have about 6 minutes left if you are writing with me. So we'll go through the last 6 minutes together. And we'll hear the timer go off. All right, so I think tomorrow will actually be a variation of this story. Could be wrong. I'm not positive. But I think this one might be a variation, just a different perspective. Because the story is really funny. At least I think it's funny. And I will probably see this one up on my blog at KatrinaTaylor.com. Likely later today, probably unedited, because, well, I'll put it up on my website unedited. Of course, it won't go published that way. But it's a fun story. It's one of the rare times you'll see my writing be first person too. I almost never do that. What are you most comfortable writing in? What perspective? 5 minutes for those who are still writing. I know that there is nothing more fun than being silly, imagining strange things, and I'm looking forward to having a whole month of doing that. I apologize. There was some background noise that I had to figure out what it was. I love my cats. They do strange things sometimes. So we've addressed that, I hope. We have every story going forward as part of this challenge is going to be it's going to be put up or mentioned or talked about every chance I get. That just gives me the opportunity to stay focused on task. It's 30 days of writing stories. And being able to finish this particular story and what will probably be tomorrow's story so quickly gives me a full day to do other things and know I finished something. Now, I also know not all these stories are going to be so short. And yeah, I apologize, keep looking down at the timer. I will probably be testing in different locations for the live streams and everything else too, so there's that. Okay, so 3 minutes, 20 seconds. Going forward, if you decide to join me for future write-ins together, I would appreciate that opportunity if you would come in, tell me, check in, tell me what you're working on. I would love to know. If you don't know and you're just kind of pantsing your way from start to finish, that's just fine too. Sorry about that. And then and leave in the chat, whatever crosses your mind. Had this gone any longer, I'd have shared an image with you, a little message that would be right back or something like that. I think I'm going to try to find some royalty-free music that we can stream in for that section if we can. I haven't found anything that I particularly love yet, but nothing I dislike here. Not royalty-free. Forgive me, copyright-free. Something that'll be pretty old to those who know, obviously, because for those who don't know and don't understand how copyright works, your copyrighted project, intellectual property, goes into the public domain 70 years after the original creator has been deceased. So I'm going to use any copyright-free music. It would have to come from the early 1900s. And I find the unique styles from different eras to be truly fascinating. Funny, the sci-fi author loves history, but really I don't think you can write sci-fi without knowing where you come from or what the history is. I'm silly like that, though. I have strange perspectives, I suppose. Or maybe it's not. I'm good either way. 1 minute, my friends, and we will be tying up this live stream. As we start to wrap it up, please leave in the comments. Tell me where you ended. I can tell you again, I ended at 1375 for this stretch. We have under 30 seconds now. Do you feel good about your story? Did you go with something simple or something elaborate? What are your thoughts? Please leave it either in the comments or if you're in the chat. And there's our timer. I am so happy you came to join me this morning for a write-in. We're writing together. And I am looking forward to writing with you again tomorrow. See you later.